Plus Plus Sports team is here with the Ironman of India, and firstly, congratulations, sir, for the completion of this title, 1 year completion of this title of Ironman.
Yeah, well, it was last year. Lots of people have done many more Ironman many more times after that.
But then you were an inspiration for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was good fun, and I'm happy that a lot of people now. Whoever's following me on social media know about triathlon, know about Ironman, and they're actually attempting it, which is great. It feels good.
Yes. So, sir, we would love to know about how did you come up with this triathlon thing? I mean, what was going into your mind that you thought of doing it?
Actually, I never thought of doing a triathlon before, but when my 50th birthday was coming up last year, I was looking for something to do to make it more memorable, and everybody starts asking you, what are you going to do? You're going to be 50. Where's the party? Or what do you? And they ask you at 40, and they ask you at 30, and all the time there is this milestone kind of thing. So I said, okay, let's look for something that could make it special. And somebody suggested doing the Ironman. And I said, I didn't really know what it was. I'd heard of it, but I didn't know what it was exactly. So I went and had a look on the internet, and it was very interesting. It's a good challenge: 3.8 kilometer swim, 180 kilometer cycle, and 42 kilometer run. So cycling I'm not at all comfortable with. I never cycled before last year. Swimming I was comfortable with, but I'd still not swum in 25 years. I used to be in the Indian team, and I used to swim at the national level for many years, but I had not swum for 25 years, and I didn't know whether I would be able to pick it up quickly again. But I started training, and the training was tough. I would say the Ironman challenge itself, to make the criteria that you need to be called Ironman, is not so difficult. But to train for it, to prepare for it, to have that kind of dedication. And I just trained for 80 days. A lot of people train for 6 months, they train for a year. That requires a lot of commitment, a lot of focus, a lot of dedication. And that can actually change your life, creating a habit of dedication and focus.
So, sir, how do you feel when people say that you are an inspiration for them?
Well, I believe that everybody should aim to inspire everybody around them, and I think everybody has the potential to be inspirational. Whatever you do in your life, we all know, we look around and we see people, but we don't know what their stories are. And sometimes the stories that they've had, and the things that they've been through, and the things they've accomplished, and obstacles they've overcome are so unimaginable, but they don't talk about it, we don't know. But if we did, we would be inspired. Like, we see obviously inspiring people, but everybody around us has a story. And I try to encourage people to tell their story, so that even in their own families, in their friend circle, their colleagues, whoever knows them can be inspired by what they do.
So, sir, tell us something about the coming event of Pinkathon in Delhi.
This is the 4th edition of Pinkathon in Delhi. Last year we had about 9,000 women who participated. But more importantly, what we do is we monitor the 10-kilometer distance, because that is a distance that really needs a little bit of preparation. Otherwise, the 3 kilometers and the 5 kilometers, any woman can come and participate and celebrate and have a good time doing it. But to do the 10-kilometer distance, you need to give it a month or a couple of months, slowly increase your distance, walking and running. Anybody can do a 10-kilometer distance, but you need to spend a little bit of time. So the important thing about Pinkathon is not just going there and being part of the celebration on that day, but also making fitness and an active lifestyle part of your life. So this is a beginning, that when you train for the 10K, that 1 or 2 months, it helps you to understand what kind of time management you need to do to make a fitter lifestyle part of your daily activity. So the 10K has grown tremendously in the Pinkathon. In the first Delhi Pinkathon, I think we had about 400 women who participated in the 10K. Last year we had about 2,000. So just in 2 years, it went up from 400 to 2,000. And this year we're expecting about 3,000 women who will run in the 10K alone. And I think that's a great impact, because it's all about opening the mind. Everybody thinks that 10 kilometers, my God, how will I do it? A lot of people think I can't even do 3, I can't even do 1 kilometer. But actually that's the mind telling you that you can't do it. Your body is capable of doing it. Anybody can do that. So it's a good thing that the Pinkathon has at least accomplished that much, where it makes women say that, yeah, we can do this, and we should do it, and we want to do it. And they take that first step, and then hopefully they make it part of their life.
We would love to know about the pre-promotional events for Pinkathon, as in you were discussing about very special events to promote this.
Yeah, so there are a lot of promotional events over the course of these 45 days before the 4th of September. And earlier, what we've been doing is we've been doing a lot of running events involving the running communities.
Right.
But now we focus more on the special communities that we want to participate in the Pinkathon. There are the girls with visual impairment, the girls with hearing impairment, the women who have had cancer and conquered cancer, then the baby wearing mothers, the mothers who believe that they should take their babies everywhere and they carry them in harnesses and slings. These kind of communities we focus on a lot more, and we do special workshops and runs with them to make them also believe that they can be part of this and they can do something like this. And they also find it very, very exciting, because normally say a girl with visual impairment, she can get left out of a lot of things that are done in the mainstream.
Right.
So we try to include everybody. So whichever community we see that is not being included in the mainstream, we try and get them to be part of the Pinkathon. And that can, it not only changes their life and their outlook, but also the outlook of people who get to meet them and interact with them. For example, the baby wearing mothers, in India, normally we say if you had a baby, you have to then sit at home for 2 years or 3 years taking care of the baby. Your lifestyle is completely curtailed. You can't go out anywhere. You can't do anything. But that's not the truth. And these women show that. So we bring them all on stage. We show them to thousands of women and say, look at these ladies. Go and spread this message that even if you have a small child at home, you don't need to sit at home. You should take the child everywhere. The child also becomes much more confident. The child becomes more emotionally stable. And those are the very simple, small messages that we want to spread through the community, through these people who are actually living these lives.
You were also discussing about the women who have gone through a lot of abuse in their lives and about their stories. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so there are people who have been through various situations. So whether it's domestic abuse, domestic violence, sexual abuse, whether it's just maybe a disease, and women have been through it and they've come out victorious. They have normal lives after that. In fact, more productive lives probably after that. They've conquered a lot of obstacles in their mind, and it becomes very inspirational for other people to hear about it, for anybody to hear about it, because normally we live such privileged lives. We have enough money, we have enough to eat, we have good houses, and we don't think about the people who don't, and how do they actually make their lives work, and how do they actually achieve so much. So we want to bring those women out and we want to hear their stories so that they can inspire us to live better lives.
So tell us about this beautiful medal that you have in your hand.
So this is the new medal that we started giving all the women participants of Pinkathon from the Chennai Pinkathon onwards. So this doll is called the Tsunamika. And I had thought right from the beginning also that I didn't really like the medal that is normally given at a marathon, which is a metal medal. Yes. And every aspect of the Pinkathon, we want to make it a little bit more meaningful. Yes. So this doll is created by an NGO in Pondicherry, and the doll is called the Tsunamika. It was created around the time of the tsunami 10 years ago to give livelihood to the women who lost everything when the tsunami struck. So women know that when they get this medal, it's not just a medal, it's actually helping somebody have a better life. So that becomes more meaningful. And like there are other things that we do, like we use a lot of recycling in the event. There is a bag that normally in marathons they give the bib in and the t-shirt.
The goodie bag.
The goodie bag. So our bag is made out of recycled newspaper. So like green water stations that we have. So we have the regular water stations at the event where you can take a plastic bottle and drink it and throw it. Or you can choose to use a cup, a reusable cup, and drink the water and go. So that is, we're giving people the opportunity to choose something that is more eco-friendly. So I think the whole thing about it's not about preaching to people that you should do this or you should do that. It's about making them think about it and then getting them to make their own choices. And their own choices will reflect their own positive attitude towards their life. So that is important. We need to just put opportunities out there where people can choose to do the right thing. And that's what we try and do through Pinkathon.
So here, what message would you give to invite more women from Delhi and from outside Delhi?
Well, I'll just say, like I said, we don't like to preach, but the fact is that women in India do neglect their health.
Yes.
And they do put their families and their jobs and their careers before their own health and before them. So we just want to say that, take out a little bit of time from your day out for yourself. I mean, you're busy, you're active all the time, but that little bit of activity for yourself will be your first step towards fitness. Not only physical fitness, but also mental fitness, emotional balance. And we say that sometimes people feel guilty, women feel guilty about doing that. They say, how can I take this time away from my children and do yoga? How can I take this time away from my children and go for a run? How can I take this time away from my children and do Zumba? But the thing is that even if you want to give 100% to your family or to your job or to anything, you have to be 100%. So it is a purely selfish motive, but because you want to help other people. It's like in an airline when they, or in the aircraft, when they say if the oxygen mask has to be worn and there's a child next to you, you should wear the oxygen mask first and then help the child. Because if you faint, then who's going to help that child? So it's the same in a family. If the woman is sick, what happens to the rest of the family? So even if the woman feels that no, I don't have time, she should think about this, that she's taking care of herself for her family.
Thank you so much, Milind sir. It was wonderful having you at Just Play Sports.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you.